Introduction. What is outsourcing? Meaning of the word outsourcing. Outsourcing means giving your work to another company to handle. Instead of doing everything in-house, you let experts outside do certain jobs. Example, a bank may give its payroll processing, salary calculation to another company instead of doing it themselves. Let's now understand, what is human resource outsourcing, HRO? Simple definition of HRO. When an organization gives its HR tasks, like recruitment, payroll, training, etc., to a third-party company, outside firm, it is called human resource outsourcing, HRO. In easy words, you are telling someone else, you handle my HR work. Why companies do HR outsourcing? Let's break it down into simple points with examples and emojis for easy understanding. 1. An outsourcing, you get getting help from specialists. Explanation. Companies take help from outside experts who are specialized in HR tasks. Example. Just like a bank hires a company to handle background checks of new employees. 2. Core work outsourced. Explanation. Companies don't outsource their main important core work. They only give non-core HR tasks to others. Example. A telecom company won't outsource its network management, but may outsource HR training or recruitment. 3. Common in all companies. Explanation. Today, both big and small companies use HR outsourcing because it saves money and time. Example. Even startups use HR companies to hire people quickly without building an HR team. Saves cost and reduces admin work. Explanation. Outsourcing helps cut down expenses and reduces the burden of managing HR tasks internally. Example, a bank doesn't have to hire an in-house payroll expert if they outsource it. 5. Minimizes risks. Explanation. Expert HR companies help follow all legal rules, avoiding legal risks. Example, the outsourcing firm will ensure all employee benefits, tax deductions, and labor laws are followed properly. 6. Outsourcing equals trend in HRM. Explanation. In today's world, outsourcing HR work has become a popular trend. Many companies are doing it to improve efficiency. 7. External firm manages the tasks. Explanation. Once outsourced, the external firm handles everything, from start to end. Example, if training is outsourced, the outside firm will create training material, conduct sessions, and give results. 8. Restructuring outsourcing common in last 10 years. Explanation. In the last decade, both government and private companies have restructured, changed how they work, and started using outsourcing more. 9. Impact on employee relations and unions. Explanation. Outsourcing may weaken unions, as the outsourced workers are not directly under the main company. This helps managers manage better with less union interference. Example. If a bank outsources its security services, the guards are no longer part of the bank's employee union. Meaning, no longer part of the bank's employee union. 1. Outsourcing, external help. HR work is given to outside experts. 2. Core work, not outsourced. Only non-important tasks are given outside. Common in all sizes of companies. Both big and small firms do it. 4. Reduces cost and admin load, saves time, money, and paperwork. 5. Lowers risk, legal and policy risks handled by experts. 6. Trend in HR, more companies are adopting it. Work managed by third party, outside company takes full responsibility, growing since a decade, popular in both private and public sectors. Helps handle union issues, weakens union control, and makes management easier. How this helps you in real life. Bank PO, manager, MBA, interview. In bank PO exams interviews, you can say HR outsourcing helps banks reduce cost and focus on core banking activities. Payroll, training, or recruitment can be outsourced to reduce burden. In GD's MBA placements, say, in today's digital world, companies need to stay lean. HR outsourcing helps in faster decision-making. As a bank manager in future, you will be responsible for team performance. Understanding outsourcing will help you decide which tasks to keep in-house and which to outsource. like customer care training, onboarding new staff, etc. You're doing amazing! Let me know when you're ready for the next concept. You're doing fantastic by learning step by step. Let's now decode the next subtopic from HR outsourcing. As you requested, I'll keep it very simple with full emojis, examples, and short but smart explanations. Perfect for MBA learning and Bank PO preparation. Heading 1.3.2 Reasons for Investing in Outsourcing. What this means. These are the main benefits or reasons why companies decide to outsource their HR work to outside experts. It's like asking, why should we give our work to someone else? Let's break it down into 4 simple points with emojis, examples, and quick meanings. 1. Improve profit and productivity. Explanation. Doing all HR tasks in-house is expensive and time-consuming. Outsourcing helps companies save money and work faster. Example. If a bank outsources its recruitment, they can fill positions faster, reduce hiring delays, and focus on improving banking services, leading to higher profits and better productivity. Key idea. Outsource. Save money plus work faster. 2. Controlling labor costs. Explanation. Hiring people for every small project and training them costs a lot. HR outsourcing helps companies use their workforce smartly. Example. Imagine a bank starting a credit card project. Instead of hiring new staff, they outsource HR to get skilled people quickly. No training needed. Key idea. Less trainings, right people, cost saved. 3. Limited risks and liabilities. Explanation. Rules, competitors, and market conditions change all the time. With outsourcing, experts handle these risks so the company can relax. Example, a bank doesn't have to worry about labor law changes. The outsourcing company handles it, keeping the bank safe from legal trouble. Key idea. Outsource, less risk, more peace. Get big company benefits, even if small. Explanation. Small companies can't afford high-end HR systems like big companies, but by outsourcing, they get access to the same expert services. Example, a small finance startup may not afford an HR software like a big bank, but by outsourcing, they enjoy the same quality of HR services as SBI or ICICI. Key idea, small biz outsourcing, big company power. Summary, easy to remember table, but by outsourcing, quick bank example, me or ICICI. Small biz plus outsourcing, big company power. 1. Profit and productivity. Saves cost and speeds up work, faster hiring, better service. 2. Control labor cost. Smart use of manpower, less training needed. Skilled staff for new loan credit projects. 3. Less risk. Experts handle legal and compliance risks, avoid labor issues, and stay lawful. 4. Big firm benefits for all. Even small firms can get expert-level HR services. Startups using bank-level HR outsourcing. How this helps in real life? Interviews, Bank PO, MBA. In interviews, say, outsourcing helps banks manage labor costs and legal risks smartly. It's a strategic decision to improve operational efficiency. In group discussions, talk about how outsourcing gives startups and SMEs access to global HR standards, helping them compete with big players. As a bank officer or manager, you'll lead a branch team one day. You'll need to decide what to do in-house and what to outsource, like security, training, background checks, etc. Ready for the next topic? Send the next concept when you're set. An excellent job staying focused, and this concept is really important for MBA HR and also helpful in your bank PO interviews and GDs, especially when talking about strategic decision-making or HR operations in banking. Let's now break down the topic you shared into super simple, emoji-filled, and interesting explanations. Heading 1.3.3 Stages of Outsourcing. What does stages of outsourcing mean? This means the step-by-step process that a company follows to give some of its work to another company. Outsourcing. It's like following a checklist to make sure everything is done smartly and safely. This is just like when a bank outsources its security or IT support. They follow proper stages to make sure it's successful. Now let's break down the 7 stages one by one. Asked on planning for outsourcing. Meaning, before outsourcing, the company makes a detailed plan. It checks risks, trains teams, sets goals, and studies how the company works. Example, SBI wants to outsource payroll. First, it checks what risks could happen, trains the team, and decides what success will look like. Remember, think first, plan smart equals fewer surprises. Determination of contract. Meaning, the company now decides what will be written in the contract, like how long it will last, what rights both sides have, and what rules to follow. Example, a bank signs a 2-year contract with a hiring agency, mentioning how and when they can end the deal if things go wrong. Remember, a clear contract equals strong protection. Ask 3, analysis of cost and performance. Meaning, in this step, the company checks what the work will cost, what it will cost if it fails, and how to measure performance. Example, the bank compares costs between doing hiring in-house versus outsourced and checks what will happen if hiring is delayed. Remember, check the price, check the risk equals smart decision. Ask.4, selection of service provider. Meaning, now the company selects who will do the work. They check multiple vendors, take proposals, and choose the best based on cost and quality. Example, SBI receives 5 proposals from outsourcing firms. It checks experience, cost, service, and then shortlists the best one. Remember, choose wisely equals better future results. And 5, negotiation. Meaning, both sides discuss terms like price, delivery time, and quality. A term sheet, summary of agreement, is prepared, and then the final deal is made. Example, the bank and vendor agree on monthly fees, what's included, and how to handle issues. Remember, good talk, no confusion later. 6, transition of resources. Meaning, now the actual shift happens. Teams are informed, some staff might move or exit, offers are made, and roles change. Training and adjustments happen too. Example, the old in-house HR team is moved to the vendor, and the bank trains the new people who are coming in. Remember, transition equals change management time. Managing the relationship. Meaning, after the outsourcing begins, the company keeps managing the relationship, holding meetings, checking results, solving issues, and maintaining performance. Example, the bank has monthly review meetings with the HR vendor to track results and fix any problems. Remember, strong follow-up will smooth operations. Summary chart easy to remember. What happens? Bank example. Planning. Check risks, train team, set goals. Plan for outsourcing payroll. 2. Contract determination. Set rules, end date, rights, 2-year hiring contract setup. 3. Analysis. Cost plus performance measurement. Compare in-house versus outsourced cost. 4. Selection. Choose the best service provider. Shortlist best vendor from proposals. 5. Negotiation. Agree on price, roles, terms, fix price and timelines. 6. Transition. Shift roles, give training, adjust team, train new outsourced staff. 7. Relationship MGM. Monitor results, meetings, corrections, monthly review with HR vendor. Hack how it helps in real life. Interview, GD plus work. In interview, SBI PO, IBPS PO manager, you can say, outsourcing in banks, like for HR or tech support, follows a structured process from planning to relationship management, which reduces costs and improves service. In group discussions, you can speak about smart outsourcing in banks or startups and how it helps focus on core functions. In your future job, bank officer manager, you may have to decide which functions to outsource, like background checks, payroll, etc. These stages will guide you in making smart, safe choices. You're learning the backbone of business strategy here. Whenever you're ready, send the next concept and we'll master that too. Step by step, till you're 100% ready for exams, plus interviews, job success. You're doing amazing by going step by step to understand every concept deeply. Let's now learn advantages and disadvantages of outsourcing from your MHR subject in a fun, clear, and exam-friendly way. with full emojis and real-life examples, especially from the banking sector, to keep your interest high. Heading 1.3.4 Advantages of Outsourcing. What does advantages of outsourcing mean? Advantages means what good things a company gets when it gives some of its work to another outside company. Outsourcing, giving a task to someone outside your company who is an expert in it. Let's now look at the benefits, one by one. 1. Facilitates better manpower. Meaning, outsourcing gives access to more skilled and trained people. These outside firms are experts in what they do, and they use the latest tools and knowledge. Example, a bank outsources software training to a firm that teaches employees how to use new presentation tools like MS PowerPoint AI or banking dashboards. Remember, outsourcing equals better talent, latest skills. 2. Boosts employee morale. Meaning, if some tasks are outsourced, employees can focus on what they love or what they are trained to do, which makes them happier and more motivated. Example, a law firm outsources HR payroll so its lawyers don't waste time on admin work. This keeps their morale high. Remember, right job for right people equals happy team. Minimizes risk. Meaning, outsourcing firms stay updated with laws, which helps your company avoid legal mistakes and lawsuits. Example, a bank outsources its compliance and labor law audits to a firm that stays up to date with RBI and labor rules to avoid penalties. Remember, updated outsourcing partner, low legal risk. Cost savings. Meaning, hiring full-time experts or renting big office space is costly. Outsourcing saves money because the cost is variable and only paid when needed. Example, instead of hiring a full HR team, a small bank branch outsources recruitment. It pays only when needed. Remember, outsource equals save money, save space. Heading 1.3.5 Disadvantages of Outsourcing. What does disadvantages of outsourcing mean? Disadvantages equals the bad or risky things that can happen when a company outsources work to another company. Let's now look at the downsides. 1. Loss of control. Meaning, once you outsource, the control is with the service provider. If they don't follow deadlines or priorities, your work may suffer. Example, a bank gives its recruitment process to an agency, but the agency is busy with other clients and the bank misses deadlines. Remember, outsourcing, less control over speed and quality. 2. Loss of learning opportunity. Meaning, if important functions are outsourced, the company may never learn how to do it on its own. Example, if a company outsources leadership training, it misses the chance to learn how its leaders grow from inside the organization. Remember, outsource smartly, don't miss the chance to grow. 3. Threat to confidentiality. Meaning, outsourced firms need access to sensitive data. There's a risk it may leak or go to competitors. Example, if a bank gives its internal employee database to an external payroll firm, and if leaked, competitors may misuse it. Remember, confidential info equals high risk when outsourced. Affects company goodwill. Meaning, outsourcing may lead to layoffs, making employees unhappy or insecure. This can hurt the company's image and make it hard to hire new talent. Example, if a bank fires 50 HR staff because of outsourcing, others may feel insecure and talented people may avoid joining. Remember, bad image equal hard to grow team in future. Summary table, easy revision sheet, advantages, disadvantages. 1. Skilled manpower from experts. Loss of control over process. 2. Increases employee morale. Mislearning new knowledge. 3. Reduces legal and compliance risks. Risk of data leak, confidentiality breach. 4. Saves money and office space. Damages goodwill and causes layoffs. How will this help you in real life? Bank PO plus MBA career. In interviews, SBI PO, IBPS PO, MBA placements. You can say outsourcing helps banks get expert services without hiring full-time staff, but it must be managed well to protect data and employee morale. In group discussions, you can bring up current examples like banks outsourcing loan processing and balance between cost saving and control. As future bank officer manager, you'll be expected to decide what tasks to outsource, like cash logistics, IT support, or HR. This topic helps you judge risks versus benefits wisely. Let's keep the learning going.